Kanye West tweets a picture of himself wearing a Make America Great Again hat and defends Donald Trump in what could be one of the most earth-shattering fissures in the entertainment industry of the likes we've never seen before. We analyse what it means in politics and the entertainment industry and for Kanye West. I'm Johnny Massacre and this is the Johnny Massacre Show. I know you really want to go. Now, I usually only do the Johnny Massacre Show once a week on Sundays, but when some news comes along that is so earth-shattering and it just has to be covered, you will see me popping up a little bit more regularly. And we're going to get straight down to business, and we're going to talk about Kanye West and his positive tweeting about conservatives and right-wing politics, and we're going to talk about what this means. So, let's go. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m., as I usually do, to a fucking firestorm. A raging forest fire on Twitter. All the tweets and birds were ablaze in the metaphorical forest that is Twitter because of what Kanye West has been tweeting. So let's go through this and I'm going to tell you what it means. Okay. Now, let's first look at the image which is making people go fucking nuts. Can we bring that up? This one. Make America Great Again. This is Kanye West tweeting a picture of a pro-Donald Trump hat with Donald Trump's signature on it. He's proudly displaying the fact that he has a Donald Trump signature, which is basically co-signing Donald Trump. And then, of course, you have the forest fire of emojis at the bottom. And Kanye West is such a trendsetter. When he just bees himself, he's creating these trends, which is dropping a ton of fire every single time on Twitter, which I think is really cool. Now, this is just unprecedented. Let me tell you why. Hollywood and the music industry, especially hip-hop, is extremely anti-Republican, especially since Donald Trump got into power. Now, all those people are so fucking confused because actually hip-hop artists are closet Republican conservatives. Why? Because they're all about the individual. They're like, fuck everyone else, it's all about me. They take responsibility for themselves. They're real men. And they fucking boss people around. They make the money at all costs. They provide bread for their family. They do it using threats of violence with guns, which is enabled to them by the Second Amendment, which is a very conservative thing. And they portray themselves as real men, masculine. You know, they talk about women like, yeah, this is my bitch or whatever. And I'm not saying that as a conservative way of thinking, but it's drawing a line in the sand between male and female. And as we all know, the liberals see no boundaries at all because they're mentally ill. That's the kind of industry that the hip-hop operates in. Recently, when the left basically made everyone take sides with their vicious bullying identity politics, suddenly all of these rappers came out in support of Hillary Clinton. Pharrell Williams, one of the most influential producers of our times, at one point, something ridiculous, like 40% of the hits on the radio were produced by him and his production partner, Chad Hugo. He came out in support of Hillary. He was bigging her up the whole time. He got down on one knee for that NFL virtue signaling, victim playing, blaming, politicizing partisan bullshit. And Pharrell is extremely powerful within the music industry. He works with all the artists. He's worked with absolutely everybody out there, from fucking Mariah Carey to just anyone you can think of. And that's the industry that Kanye West is tweeting about Trump in. Just unbelievable. Busta Rhymes, he came out on stage and kicked down a metaphorical wall in his virtue signaling display of, power to the people and all this kind of crap. All the people in this are Black Lives Matter, who are basically playing the victim the whole time and are just angry people looking to create trouble and basically grab power using their victimhood status. That's all it is, and anyone with a brain can see that. That is the industry in which Kanye West is tweeting about Donald Trump. Who else have you got? Snoop Dogg. someone who is so conservative in his mindset, it's just astonishing. He came out and he was bashing Trump and he was executing Donald Trump in a music video, mock execution. Snoop Dogg, again, extremely powerful. He has ties with Dr. Dre and so on. That is the industry Kanye West is now tweeting about Donald Trump in. Speaking about Snoop Dogg, related to Dr. Dre, related to Eminem. As you all know, Eminem, who just doesn't get it, he's been locked away in his cave for too long. He came out and did a cringeworthy anti-Trump rap and had white guilt lyrics on his album, like "I wish I was dead because I was white" or something along those lines to that effect. He is one of the biggest trendsetters in the whole hip-hop industry, and that is the industry in which Kanye West is making pro-conservative tweets in. It's just left, right, and center, left dominated. His fucking wife is Kim Kardashian, the most powerful woman on the planet, arguably. The biggest trendsetter on the planet. And her fucking husband is coming out making pro-conservative tweets. And he could fucking tank her whole career. Because we know the left will blackball people in a second. They will dock someone in a second. They will bully people in a second. They will kick someone out of school if they're part of the education board. If the parents want to take their kid out of school, their 7-year-old, for being forced to be indoctrinated about weird transgender stuff and how there's a million genders when it's really a mental disease. This is the left mentality. They will destroy you just to make sure they destroy conservatives or anyone who doesn't agree with their ideology. And Kim Kardashian is right in the middle of the most intense ideology, which is Hollywood, liberal ideology. And her husband is tweeting about all this shit. What does this mean for her career? Honestly, this is unprecedented. We've never seen something like this before. It is just staggering. And I want to say, before we really get into this, that I'm a centrist, I guess. By modern terms, I am conservative. You'd have to say I am. But I don't think I am. That's by the left's terms. If you don't agree with anything the left says, you're alt-right, you're racist, you're xenophobic, you're whatever. And so by modern definitions defined by liberals, you'd say I was right. But I'm really not, because I agree with a lot of liberal principles like abortion and stuff like that. And I disagree with a lot of things on the right, like, you know, gun laws and even Christianity. Fuck all that. So I see myself as quite in the middle. And the point that I want to make is that basically, Kanye West coming out and tweeting about conservative stuff brings out this reaction from conservatives where they champion him. And they're so desperate to have anyone, a power figure in the media, who's pro-conservative, because conservatives have no conservative figures in the media at all to look up to or to use to exercise power when it comes to election cycles. And so when Kanye West was making pro-Trump tweets and conservative tweets, the right wing, who'd been starved of any celebrity cohorts, suddenly started championing Kanye West as the truth and this amazing guy. And let's be honest, the right are the first people to mock someone like Kanye West. But as soon as he's saying something that suits the right's political agenda, oh, they're fucking best friends and they're desperate to big him up. But let me remind you of this. For the last election cycle, where Donald Trump won, all of the celebrities everywhere, fucking Beyonce, one of the worst, most overrated artists in the universe, Jay-Z, completely out of touch now, all those fuckers were just endlessly bigging up Hillary Clinton. And with all this celebrity push from the entire field of Hollywood, still couldn't get Hillary Clinton elected. How the fuck is suddenly having Kanye West on the right going to make any difference in politics? So I just want to say, beware. If you're conservative, be careful before you suddenly start endorsing Kanye West and his support of Donald Trump. Personally, I think that actually it probably would make a difference. The argument is, did the left's blanket pro-Hillary coverage in Hollywood from celebrities have a negative effect on the overall election, or did it actually have a positive effect and they still lost because Hillary Clinton was such a shitty candidate? That is the question. I think it's a little bit of both, but I think on the other hand, you might be foolish to say that having all these celebrities big you up is going to overall have a negative effect because they influence so many people. So perhaps you could also argue on the other side of the coin that if you have someone like Kanye West on the conservative side, and maybe a few more celebrities will follow suit now, perhaps that's going to increase the Republicans' chance even more of getting power. So it's an interesting debate. Let's have it in the comments. So with all of that said, let's go into the stuff that Kanye West has been tweeting, because it is just astonishing. I've never seen, this is like unprecedented. This has never happened in the entertainment industry from someone who's so high profile in these current divided times. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, now, here we go. Kanye West. Yes, I said we the people, like my brother Q-Tip said on the final Tribe album, Tribe Called Quest, legendary hip-hop group from the 90s, that should have won the Grammy. Now, Q-Tip is ridiculously pro-left. Okay, so Kanye West has already tweeted a picture of his fucking Make America Great Again hat. And then he's just going on about it as usual because he's in a positive mood. And he name drops Q-Tip. Q-Tip released a Tribe Called Quest album a year or two ago. And Phife Dawg, who's one of the main like voices and rappers of Tribe Called Quest, he died. So it was almost a posthumous album, at least as far as Phife Dawg goes. And the lead single for that was, the hook was sung by Q-Tip, and it was something like, all the immigrants, you must go, all the foreigners, you must go, racism and blah, blah, blah. He is so pro-Hillary and pro-left. And I mentioned Busta Rhymes earlier, and on some kind of performance at some virtue signaling wanky award show, Q-Tip and Busta Rhymes came out and kicked down this metaphorical wall that was made of polystyrene blocks. And yeah, that's pretty much a metaphor for these people. They take the easy route, and it's all fucking metaphor and fucking just creative nonsense. There's no substance to what they're doing. And anyway, so that's what Q-Tip's all about. And Kanye West is now tweeting about him. So that just goes to show you that Kanye West might be ostracized by all these heavyweights in the entertainment industry now. What's Q-Tip going to think when he's seeing Kanye West promoting his Make America Great Again hat, when he's also name-dropping him? When the left, as I said, their tactic is to ostracize, shame, bully, and destroy anyone who's not in with their agenda. But Kanye West is so powerful, everyone wants to work with him. And he's got his fingers in so many pies. He's working with Adidas, who's blatantly a left-wing company. All those big American companies are. And he's working with all these rappers and has worked with all these rappers. What does that mean for his career? Because now basically the entire hip-hop industry has a choice. You're either with Kanye West or against him, which is liberal ideology. And if you don't say that publicly, then you're going to be outcast as well. So does that mean rappers have to make a choice? We're going to all cast out Kanye West, or they're going to have to actually concede some ground and say, well, not say it directly, but in their actions by kind of supporting Kanye West from here on in. They're basically saying that, well, just because you say something about Donald Trump that's positive doesn't mean you're a fucking racist or an asshole. It's beautiful, it's poetic, because Kanye West is black and he's high on the kind of victim hierarchy of all the victimhood people, which is basically, it's like black people, transgender people, women. If you fall into this category, you're almost above criticism. So Kanye West doing all this, again, it just creates this dilemma for the entertainment industry. And this is just a political world in America at large. So these artists really want to work with Kanye West, basically, is what I'm saying. So if they don't support him now, that means they might not be able to make a song with Kanye West in the future. And that means maybe not even having a career. So this is a watershed moment. And I just hope people have some common sense and say, look, he has his opinion. It doesn't mean he's an asshole. Just like 40% of the other Americans who voted, some of them are going to be racist. They're going to be nationalists. Fuck, black people, blah, blah, blah. I'm voting for Trump. He's my figurehead. But that doesn't mean, the majority of the other people just aren't reasonable people who liked his policies, thought they were reasonable, or didn't like Hillary Clinton, the worst political candidate in living fucking memory, who lost despite having the support of the entire left-wing media, donators, and everybody else. So that's the first tweet from Kanye West. So the next tweet. Okay, so Kanye West, he obviously has bipolar disorder. He's mentioned antidepressants in some of his rap videos, like Lexapro and stuff like that. And so his last tweet, he's obviously getting excited. You can clearly see he's hypermanic. He had a much publicized nervous breakdown. Now he's back in the public sphere. And listen to the vocabulary he's using. With love, I'm invincible. Truth is subjective, but love is the most powerful force in the world, and the world needs to express more love of it. He's thinking too grandiose, delusions of grandeur, talking about the world, and he's at the center of the world. He's almost like this messianic figure who's preaching to the masses, these prophecies. With love, I'm invincible. don't allow the word love in this sentence to dilute or dampen the mania within. Because take love out of it, invincible. These are words that people with bipolar disorder use. I'm invincible, I'm unstoppable, I can fly, I can do anything. And that's when they're a danger to themselves. So, you know, to give the left a bit of ammunition, you can obviously see that Kanye West is a pretty unstable guy. And that's how one of the ways they're going to attack him and discredit what he's saying. Check this out. Another tweet. I'm not scared of the media. Okay, listen to this. Just unbelievable stuff. Have you ever seen such a public figure come out with a lack of management and just say what he thinks? The last time he did this was that misguided interview where he looked like an absolute tool and he got taken apart. And after that, he got a proper management team. But obviously, he's not working with a manager at the moment. Listen to this. One of the biggest celebrities in the world with the spotlight on him, just saying exactly how he feels. It's just amazing. And if a normal person did that, I'd say, good for you. But with someone like Kanye West with the spotlight on him, and how the media are going to attack him. This is just astonishing. And also, I'm all the way out the sunken place. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the media. I'm not scared of the past, and I'm optimistic about the future. This tweet is in love, not fear. That actually makes me feel almost tearful because, look, this is an emotional guy. He's just putting his heart on his sleeve. He's not fucking out to hurt anybody or do anything evil. And he just feels a certain way about politics, and he wants to say it without being casted out, shamed, and bullied. And you can see it. I think this is genuine. It's brave. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the media. He's not an idiot. Like, he knows this. He's going to get a massive backlash. I'm not scared of the past, and I'm optimistic about the future. This is such a wonderful thing to say, and it's something a lot of addicts, former addicts, will say who are reformed. So I guess I'm assuming Kanye West has gone through some form of rehabilitation after his breakdown, and he's being positive. This tweet's in love, not fear. That's his almost desperate shield. You think the left are going to give a fuck? They're going to try to destroy him, and it's almost tragic in a way. Right. Now, this next bit, this is really important. I love when people have their own ideas. You don't have to be allowed anymore, just be. Love who you want to love. This is the key point. That's free thought. I'm not even political. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. Now, I can tell you, I know exactly what he's trying to say here, and I think a lot of people will miss this. Now, I wondered to myself, why do I sometimes make videos about political things when I don't really know a whole lot about politics compared to people who are experts in it? You know, I'm absolutely an amateur. I see what's on TV and I call out bullshit, and I think I have a good sense roughly for the kind of current climate of what's going on in reality in general. And why would you listen to what I say about politics over someone like Ben Shapiro, who's the fucking man? It's because I'm a little bit like Kanye West in a way. I'm a creative, I'm very emotional, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. And despite me perhaps being boxed in with the right now, I'm very much liberal in the way that I kind of analyze things. I go by feelings, you know, and, you know, you can talk shit about feelings as much as you want, but you know, Kanye West mentions love a lot, and love is what brings us together, and love is a feeling, and it's something you can't describe. So people who are in touch with their emotions and who are emotionally intelligent do have something to say, as long as it's rational and based within, you know, reality. And so, you know, someone like Ben Shapiro, who commentates on politics, he goes about it in a very pragmatic, cold, hard, factual way, which I think is the best way. However, to augment it with something about feelings that's not typically indoctrinated by liberal left, you know, ideology, I think is also has some worth. And I can say from someone who relates to Kanye West as an emotional artist that I have also made statements like this, and I will tell you what Kanye West means. When he says, I'm not even political, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, I'm going to be honest now. I feel very strongly about politics, and I guess I see myself as I told you, a centrist who leans right. And I have made the same tweet, and it's basically just trying to defend yourself against a backlash. When I come out with something controversial about immigration or about Black Lives Matter or something like that, I'm, to be honest, scared of the backlash from the left, who will paint you as a racist or something like this, which I'm not. I couldn't be further from that. So I just want fairness, and I want people to do well, and I want society to fucking get along and stop fucking fighting, for fuck's sake. And stop fucking arguing and talk like fucking adults, calmly, rationally, fairly about world issues. That's all I fucking want. But if I say my opinion on some pressing subjects, I know how it works. Like I said, people dox you, shame you, try to frame you for their agenda. And that's why, after you talk about those things, you say, well, I'm not actually in politics and I'm not left or right wing. But really you are. And that's what Kanye West is. And what he's saying here is, he's basically woken up, he's been red-pilled, and he's rejecting the left and he's gone right. That's what Kanye West is saying. And when he says, I'm not even political, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, he knows the backlash that's coming his way. And he's trying to excuse himself from it. And I think he's a little bit like me. He's not a conservative, he's not a liberal, but he's basically leaning right now, and he identifies with right-wing politics. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the left will just say, you are alt-right. And already there's been an article linking Kanye West in with the alt-right. Okay? You know, as I said, the left will just, if you're not on their side, you don't agree, they'll just box you in with the fucking everyone else, which is why Hillary Clinton lost the election, because she had the same mentality where if you don't vote for us, you're fucking cunt, you're deplorable. And that's basically what we're seeing here. And Kanye West is trying to excuse himself from that, being boxed in with the alt-right and so on. But really, he's right. And that doesn't mean he's a fucking racist or anything like that. You have to respect it. So, okay, listen to this. If your friend jumps off a bridge, you don't have to do the same. Ye being Ye, referring to himself, is a fight for you to be you. For people in my life, the idea of Trump is a pretty much a 50-50 split, but I don't tell a Hillary supporter not to support Hillary. I love Hillary too. Again, trying to defend himself by saying I love Hillary too. He blatantly doesn't, because you can see he's woke basically. And yeah, I really relate to Kanye West here as an artist. I was saying this a little while before Kanye, but obviously he has to wait until he comes out and says this stuff. Anyone invited Hillary, you don't see Republicans going like, well, you do see them going, fucking Hillary, blah, blah, blah. But they won't treat them with contempt. If someone says they like Hillary, I won't be like, what? You idiot. Why the fuck would you vote for Hillary, you sick fucker? You're all on this box now. You're all in this box and you're a bunch of assholes. That's not how Republicans think. And that's what Kanye's saying. He's trying to highlight the hypocrisy of the left by saying, if you vote for Trump, you're fucking scum. And that's creating the problems. The left is creating the problems. They're refusing to even dialogue with people. They're the people who are deplatforming intelligent thinkers at universities just because they don't agree with their fucking ideology. It's the left who's fucking starting all this shit and all the problems and all the divisive shit. Fuck all that. Okay, then. Right, this is the earth-shattering tweet. Another one. You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals, and we have the right to independent thought. He's trying to cover up his tracks here. He's basically saying, I'm right-wing, and Trump's all right. But really, I'm not really right-wing, and I'm just in the middle. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's break this tweet down. You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. He's saying, I like Trump. We are both dragon energy. He admires the way Trump speaks his mind. He is my brother. I love everyone. This is conservative thinking. This is about the individual and respect for yourself and others. You do your fucking thing, and I love you for it. Just amazing. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's a typical excuse of someone who's trying to cover their tracks and soften the criticism that's about to come their way. He's basically saying, I'm right-wing, but I don't agree with everything he says. Look, you support Trump, basically. That's what makes us individuals. Individuals, that is a core part of being a conservative. The left is all about the group. They're the racists. They see people as black, white, old, young. A lot of people on the right, not the far right, but the right, just see people as people. And average people don't give a fuck about where you're from or what fucking colour your skin is or your age or anything like that. People would just give, the average reasonable person would just give anyone a chance for who they are. And that is becoming more and more right-wing, which is just fucking ironic and weird. And we have the right to independent thought. See, Kanye West is a true artist because he knows, this is why I ended up leaning right, because as an artist, everything the left is doing is trying to kill my fucking career. I can't speak my mind, I can't say what I think, I can't be myself. I have to be a fucking slave to their ideology. And that's why I'm surprised that more artists haven't come out in support of the right. Who would support the left right now when they're trying to destroy free speech and not allow people to say what they want. Have you listened to hip hop? All the people in the hip hop industry, you're so fucking confused if you support Hillary Clinton or the fucking left, because they want to take away your right for free speech. And if the left get their way, all of your past albums will be removed from history, just like the statues and all the other fucking monuments and shit like that. You're all so fucking confused, and Kanye West has got it right. Free thinkers don't fear retaliation for your thoughts. The traditional thinkers are only using thoughts and words, but they're in a mental prison. You are free. You've already won. Feel energized. Move in love, not fear. Be afraid of nothing. It's admirable, but does he fucking know what he's getting himself into? Check this out. I mentioned Kim Kardashian earlier. Kanye West is about to be murdered by the left wing. They're about to call him alt-right. They're about to call him like a black slavery apologist. They're about to try to sully him, destroy him, and just do it in the nastiest way possible. They love someone like Kanye. They love someone like him that they can destroy and put up in front of everyone in the stocks and try to humiliate. They want people like Kanye West. So when you see them feign outrage, believe me, they're fucking happy he's doing this. Because it's so easy to play the virtue card and be like, oh, I'm the good person. This guy doesn't really support black people or women or blah, blah, blah. Let's all fucking use him to highlight and push our ideology. Listen to this. His fucking wife now, is it going to be in the crosshairs? Okay? My wife just called me and she wanted me to make this clear to everyone. I don't agree with everything Trump does. Too funny. Kanye West, who's supposed to be a free thinker, shows who really wears the pants in his relationship. His wife told him to make it clear that he doesn't agree with everything Trump says. So she's telling him how to think. I think this is funny because Kim Kardashian, you have a woman like that, even though her fake ass and her legs are way out of proportion and her face looks like some weird mannequin that's come to life in a horror movie with all the plastic surgery, you definitely bang her, right? And someone who's going to bang like Kim Kardashian blatantly has Kanye under the thumb. And so the wife calls and puts him in his place. I love that. I think it's quite funny. But basically, this is going to be interesting because I don't know anything about Kim Kardashian. I don't care because she doesn't do anything. But she's an interesting figure. She's a genius to make her career what it is. And she's brave, had all that plastic surgery. She knows what she wants. And so people kind of paint her as this kind of money-grabbing, fame-whoring bitch, which she might well be. And now you're going to see, because her career could be destroyed because of what Kanye's doing. So I think what you're going to see is either she's going to leave Kanye West over this to protect her career, or Kanye's going to have to back down. And if they don't, it's a watershed moment. Because will the media then turn on Kim Kardashian? Can they afford to do that with all the headlines it generates, the kind of positive, like, makeup and, like, sexy stories they do? It's just going to be fascinating. The media is dealing with a demon that has never risen before in this Kanye West spectre. Just unbelievable stuff. Okay, then he doubles down after all this shit. Okay, he posts a picture of himself wearing a Google hat with these two dudes. Now listen, this is really fascinating as well. Then, I need to meet Larry from Google. Google supports Yeezy in ending violence in Chicago to start with. Google is the most left-wing company in the fucking universe. The James Damore memo, where he rightly pointed out some scientific facts saying women and men have different interests and tried to suggest some solutions to gender equality in the workplace, was greeted with global derision by the left-wing media, and Google basically fired him, which was illegal because they're so left-wing. They're trying to indoctrinate their company, and they have a racist policy of not hiring someone because they're white or maybe Asian, but because of this, an affirmative action, which basically destroys meritocracy and will reduce the standard of the company and will make Asians and white people suspicious of some black people who might get a job, which is not the kind of thing you should be thinking in your workplace. You should be thinking when someone comes into the workplace because they got a job, they have it fairly. But if you're giving it because of your skin color, the people of the other skin color are going to think, why is this guy working here? That's Google's weird fucking ideological doctrine that they're pushing. They're so left-wing. And Kanye West is now coming out in support of Trump, which is basically like joining forces with the devil. And then he's coming out and saying, I want to meet someone from Google. And I'm assuming the picture he's posted is where he's wearing a MAGA hat is with the guy from Google. It must be before this tweet storm. So again, this shows you the dilemma this is creating. This is unprecedented. This is amazing, which is that Adidas, next, Google, all the hip hop community, all of these people now have a problem where they cannot support Kanye West anymore if he's in support of Trump, because Trump is their kryptonite, their self-imposed kryptonite. What the fuck is going to happen from here on in? Has Kanye West literally just destroyed his entire career? Or if people will begrudgingly still support him, does that mean that right wing and Trump might catch a little bit more of a break? I'm putting my money on the former. This is just unprecedented. And what does that mean for his wife, who's like the most powerful celebrity figure in the world? Just amazing stuff. And then he fucking tripled down. My Make America... Oh, no. We've gone to that. He said, my Make America Great Again hat is signed. Someone put a picture up saying, keep America great, Kanye 2024. He's loving the attention. He retweeted that. Then Donald Trump fucking retweeted Kanye. Oh, man. Donald Trump's also desperate for some just to be thrown a bone from someone in Hollywood. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool, he said, when Kanye said, you don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. Kanye having a fanboy moment. Just incredible entertainment. Just incredible entertainment. Kanye West is obviously hypermanic or manic. I'm sitting with Lucian discussing the future of the music industry. Let's bring in these people. I want this guy to be part of this new platform. He's a genius. We all need to sit together. I mean, Kanye's just... Then even his friends are sending him messages. Oh my God, we have to talk about this hat, bro. I mean, it's already done, but wow. And he's just so full of ideas. It's a whirlwind of ideas. He's clearly mentally ill. Then he says, I want to see a tour with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. They're blatantly left wing. So now is he going to be ostracized by all of these artists who want to continue to work with him because he's one of the best hip hop producers in the world? This is just fascinating. I'd like to meet with Tim Cook. I got some ideas. Apple is so left wing. Is he going to be blackballed by the whole world? Is he going to become a new... And if that happens, is he going to quadruple down and become this like conservative hero? This is insane. Just bonkers. Final comment by Kanye, with 27.8 million followers on Twitter. And any fan of me wants Ye to be Ye, even when they don't agree, because I represent the fact that they can be themselves even when people don't agree with them. Drops mic, Yeezy shrug. This is basically the right-wing version of Eminem saying, if you support Trump, fuck you. All he's saying here is, I support the individual. I'm a conservative. And so if you hate me, you hate yourself, which is just a kind of clever spin on it. And drop mic. That's basically like, fuck you. So what I want to see, basically, is a rap battle between Eminem and Kanye West, where the subject is the state of politics today. Another point I want to make is in regard to Kanye West and his Adidas deal, or Adidas deal, however you want to fucking call the sneaker brand. Kanye West's fashion brand is taking over the fucking world. He just made a series of tweets saying he's like the biggest guy ever. He makes more money than Michael Jordan now. I don't know how much of it is true, but undoubtedly Kanye West is a massive trendsetter. His sneakers have ridiculous resale value. Whenever he does a pop-up anywhere, there's lines around the block. He's a marketing man's dream. Now, let's look at his relationship with Adidas. As you know, people from the left wing will try to destroy people's careers in order to push their ideology. Now that Kanye West is making positive tweets about Trump, the left are going to try to get his Adidas deal destroyed, which is probably the main source of income for Kanye West today. Now, is Adidas a left-wing company? I don't actually know. I don't think there's a lot of info on this online. But here's the thing, that doesn't matter. As long as you court controversy in this arena about Trump, that means no company can be associated with you, because the angry, vocal minority on Twitter will bring so much bad publicity to your brand that big brands, regardless of whether they give a fuck about left or right-wing politics, will cave to left-wing bullies. And a great example of that is Starbucks. So Starbucks, it was a big nothing burger. These two black guys were in Starbucks and they basically didn't buy coffee, and the police came and did their job and they got kicked out and they refused to leave. But Starbucks now has shut down their company for one day to do training about racism and kind of stuff like that. Does Starbucks really give a fuck? No, but they have no alternative but to virtue signal in public, because they cannot be associated with anything racist or whatever, or supposedly racist. And this is the left's shtick, is that they will brand someone as a racist, which is one of the most powerful moves you can do to shut someone down. Now, Adidas, similarly, if whether they care about politics at all, whether they lean left or right, the fact that Kanye West is coming out and basically saying positive things about Donald Trump means that now the left are going to brand Adidas as a racist company for supporting Kanye West. So you might see ridiculous amounts of pressure from all kinds of influential, powerful people, brands and corporations trying to take away Kanye West's fucking cash cow, which is his sneaker and fashion brand. And it's just going to be amazing to see how that plays out. What will Adidas do? Can they afford to be seen to support Kanye West? It's amazing that this honest rant might just tank his career. It's going to be incredible to see what happens. Now, as I'm speaking, more new tweets are coming from Kanye West, and I'm going to react live to this. I think he's put it to bed now. Despite the fact he said he's dropped the mic, he's picked it back up, and he said a few more things. What has he done? So he said, my hero had a picture of his son or his daughter or something. And then, fucking hell, it's unbelievable. He's talking about Obama and all kinds of stuff. So let's check this out. He's just tweeted a picture of his keyboard. Oh no. Okay. Black people don't have to be Democrats. I think that's what Kanye said. Whoa, here we go, said one of his friends. So now he's tweeting his private conversations with his friends about Trump, which is just completely mad. That's like these dumb, like 13-year-olds on Instagram who will like put private conversations with their mates online for everyone to see. It's just insane. What are you doing, Kanye? Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Obama was in office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed. And Obama did pretty much fuck all. He just sat on the fence and let things fester. Look at fucking Iran and North Korea. Jesus fucking Christ. Can't wait to meet, he just said in response to a Donald Trump tweet where Donald Trump said, looking forward to meeting with Tim Cook of Apple. We will be talking about many things, including how the US has been treated unfairly on trade. Can't wait to meet. So Kanye, look, he's obviously not a politician, but he wants to get in on the action because of his God complex. I love it. Caption this photo. He's got a picture with Tim Cook and Donald Trump. Fucking crazy. Two of my favorite people, he said. It's just unbelievable. And the thing is, Trump and him, left and right wing, this is fucking breaking down borders. He just retweeted Donald Trump's retweet of his own tweet. It's like Tweetception, where Kanye West said, my Make America Great Again hat is signed. And then Donald Trump said, retweeted with Make America Great Again. And he's just retweeted an image of that. He loves it. That's my last tweet of the day. I did that one for my god brother Puff. Now I'm gonna go watch the Cavaliers. So he's saying he did it for Puff. I guess he means Puff Daddy. And Puff Daddy's like major liberal, blatantly. And so this is fucking awesome. I've looked at some of the comments already. There were a lot of cancerous ones. But the right are now trying to claim Kanye West. And I just think people need to calm down. Let Kanye be Kanye. Right, don't try to claim him as your own or whatever. You know, Kanye's just... He's already said he doesn't affiliate with the left or right. You have to take his word for what it's worth. And I just want to see the comments for caption this photo with Trump. What is actually wrong with you? And you expect people to take you serious on politics? Get real. If you have a different opinion, you're sick, you're wrong. This is the brainwashed people who haven't had the red pill yet. You got 0 followers. You expect people to take you seriously about politics? He's actually got like 30 million followers. I think it means you follow no people. Imagine actually following people on Twitter. Oh man. Nah, I don't listen to snakes. Well-reasoned analysis there. No one's commenting on the thread. So we can't even now just have a little fun and get together as left and right to make a caption. That's how fucking pathetic the world is. Anyways, there you go. I'm Johnny Massacre. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm a rapper, music producer and DJ living in Tokyo, Japan. You can see more videos like this. You can see movies about reactions for video games and movies. And you can hear my music, you can hear my DJ sets, maybe see some live performances. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. I know you really wanna go.